Hello, everybody. My name is Thomas Fairchild. Welcome back to Derail Valley. This is episode 7 or 6, I think. I'm not too sure. I have to look at it again. excuse Whoa, excuse me. Anywho, so as I was saying before, we're going to try to see if we can get back to the harbor in the 282 because I need to take the engine back to the harbor because, yeah, it's my home space and I need to do see if everything's filled up. So we're going to shut the SO60 down for now. So, and I need to see if there's anything that needs to be serviced on the SO S282. So, I'll apply the handbrake. Go ahead and grab my shovel and fill that up a little bit more. While that's filling up, I'll go ahead and shut the air supply off over here. The dynamo. Alright, there we go. And let's go ahead and start up the 282. Hello, old girl. How you doing? Miss me? I hope you do. Alright. So let's go and grab ourselves the shovel here. And hit the thing there. So we get it in there. Four scoops is the total. So, okay. And she's got plenty of water. So, let's go ahead. Make sure damper's completely open. And she's got plenty of steam. Okay, now we'll go over here. Turn the dynamo on. Oops, and fall. Come on, get up there. There we are. Okay. Go over to the other side. We'll turn the air valve on. There we are. Or was I already on to begin with? That may have been left on. I don't know. Okay, and then we'll check everything here. That's good. Go over here. Yeah, hello, safety valve. Yep. Okay, and then lubricate it up here. That sits over time, so the lubricator drains out. Okay, there we are. And I think the other side's good on the oil too, so. Alright, let's go and try to see if we can find ourselves a job. We'll stop adding water in this one. Yeah, see, that's almost full now. Alright. Close the door. And we'll go over here and see if we can... Oh, look, another SO6L. Look at there. Alright, past the station office. So let's see here. We got farm to the harbor in town, haul empty cars. Farm to harbor in town, it's more empty cars. This one, 992 tons. Way too big for the S282. So we got two options here. We got logistical, small cars, and logistical, lots of cars. 44 tons, 121 tons. What do you say? Of course, I'm going to go with this one. And now, because I want to also get myself trained here a little bit, I'm actually going to look at the train name to see what I got here. So we need FMLH31, and it's just a lot of flatbed cars. And that's this one right here. FMLH31. Okay. So it is on. It's on siding. Where is this? Oh, it's down here. It's on siding A to S. So let's go ahead and we'll bring the steamer over there. Adjusting correctly, it is. Alright. go ahead and we'll bring the steamer over. Alright. So she's got not too much water, but plenty of water there. Okay. Go ahead and we'll bring her forward. Open the sonar clocks, release the handbrakes, which is a bitch to turn in the VR. Open up the train brakes, release it. We don't need to run the fire that high so we can lift that down. We don't need the shovel, too. The shovel is like, I'm ready to shovel more coal. Not now, shovel. No, it's not your time to be shoveled yet. Okay. That switch is pointed in the correct direction. Switch to that way. Yes. Yes. Alright. Go ahead and get back in. Highball out of here. I'll get some water here. All right. Alright, here we come to the flatbeds. Alright. Go ahead and we'll tie it together. That's the wrong button. Come on. Get under there. There you are. Open and open. Okay. And the air pump is turned on. Alright, there's plenty of water there. Open the blower so we can get some heat going through there. So we can get our pressure back up here. And let's go ahead and we'll turn this job in. And we'll be on our way. Okay. Oops, I went too far. Alright, let's get a move on. Well, I better make sure I've got every set of cars before we actually move on here. So we got CFF 320 all the way down to CFF 321. That's everyone. And that is now. Yes, that is unhooked. Okay. And of course, it's a front handbrake that's applied. Okay. Let's go ahead and head out. Blower's working because our steam pressure is still going up. And apparently we are still trying to get some air through the engine. So, get some more going there. Turn the blow off. Reverse. Reverse lights on. And let's get out of here. I know you're wondering why I keep the Sonacox open most of the time, because the Sonacox simulation in this game is kind of odd. So that's why I keep them open most of the time, and not close them. Because I feel like the Sonacox are left a little too open. Well, that's just probably me. And once again, this is going to be a backwards job, so let's see what we got here. And full beam. And that's enough of trying to blow down the engine with a safety valve. And now the switch should be aligned. Correct. Can't really see from here, but yes, it is. Keep that speed going. I make sure everyone's completely off the siding before we actually continue. Okay. And before you say it, I do not need my map because the lines are set correctly. However, I might need it because I want to go fast. So I'm good for the most trip down there. Alright, coming up to a switch. one thing you gotta remember while playing this game is that if you go too quick, it's kind of easy to derail these engines. But if you've been playing this game for a long time, hence me, it's not that bad to remember where the curves are, if you know what I mean. It's doing good on water. Okay, and now to rev the piss out of her. Again, this is how to break the running gear in an engine by going a million miles an hour. We got our sharp curve coming up here, so we'll slow it down here. Whoa, where's the drop in the frame rate? Jeez. We'll do around 70 through here, because pretty much almost, yeah, curves around here, so we'll do pretty much almost 70. Ah, I gotta pause. I just got a notification on my console saying that my room lights are not on. Okay, take two. Pretty much just turns from here. So do a little bit of light on the throttle here. In all my life of playing this game, I don't think I've ever derailed once in the steamer. That's just me saying, I'm not bragging. That's actually true. I don't think I've ever derailed in this game. So I say 4? No, 6. Okay. We're still good. I am stuck on the lubricator. Yeah, this is a lubricator. By the way, for those who don't know. And I can't really see where the speed signs are, because I'm now coming from the back, but it said 40 there. And I can see why. Okay. We'll do 50 around through here, because it's pretty much just turns from here. Yeah, pretty just bendy turns and everything. So we'll keep it around 50. Good eye, because this actually is 50 through here. What do you know? Keeping an eye on everything. How are we doing on water? Still good on water. And it's back to being a 40. Yeah, I don't usually tend to dump it, but I have to since I do not know where the speed signs are. Seems like it's mostly just downhill from here. Again, it don't look like it. Look at that train. That did not look like a 70 over there. Give that a 40. Good eye again, because it is 40 that way. Stay down. Do not speed up. Alright, mostly downhill from here, so we'll open that all the way up. Still doing good on water. Not doing so good on coal. If I can get my shovel. Oh, there it is. And destroy the shovel in there. One more. There you go. Stay 40, you. Okay, near we are at the harbor. Alright, so where does this train need to go? C1S, which is right there, so right at the first exit. So keep the train nice and slow and steady, and we'll watch for our signal. Which is, I think this signal here. Alright. This is a pretty tight curve through here. Okay. Slow it on down. Okay. Here are the harbor. Alright. So we need to go to C1S. Right here. Crash has just woken up. Oh no, he's having a dream. My cat crashes asleep on my bed and he's having a dream right now. Of course, a set of tanker cars is right in the way. And I'm head first. And you tell me to put this long ass train inside that little lot there. I think we have to do a little bit of shunting here before we proceed with our train. Or we could just say fuck it and derail the train. Or we can get another train. We'll say leave the steamer here and we'll go ahead and get the other train. I think that's what we'll do. Alright, so let's unhook our train from there. Oh, and it'll decouple itself. Boom! Okay, because apparently the train is still moving. I'll just apply that in case it wants to do something stupid. Alright, now we'll move the steamer elsewhere. Come on. It still isn't the right button. Yeah, we'll just shunt those cars into the station there. You're doing good on coal. You don't need any more steam on you. Okay. Alright. Leave the train here. It's got plenty of coal. Okay. I'll leave it right here for now. And now we shall go get another loco. Since this is just a logistic haul, we shall use a DE2 for this task. So we'll get on the DE2 here. This will be the first time I ever use a diesel on the series. I try not to use a diesel on this series as much, but here we are using a diesel. I know. Bad me. Why use a diesel? Alright. And we'll just move it over by ourselves. Yeah. Alright, Mr. DE2. Let's get you over there. This is something simple, really. Alright. There it is. Boy, when you talk about speed, this engine does go quick. When it wants to go, it wants to go. But it's very light. Okay. Okay, that is very loud in my ear. Been a long time since I've driven to DE2. The last time I did was when I first played the game. Yeah, go on and brake. I don't care. What's amazing about the DE2 is that I think this is still the original sound when the game got first released. Somebody might. Oh, I see what's going on here. I'm upside down. There we are. All right. Ka-chink! Hook up. Open. That's not 100, that's why I didn't break it. Okay. Now we come over here to the other side. Yep. There we go. And now we haul. With the DE2. Well, use the piss out of the DE2 on this one. Okay. Already. See, the DE2 can manage. Alright. Slow it on down here, too, because I have no idea how far we have to go. Oh. It would be nice if I switched the switch correctly. I forgot to switch the switch. The application brake on the diesels are different than the locos. They don't have a lap compared to the locos. I'm at the Steam loco. Alright. Now, here's a question. Can you use the universal or this remote thing on a DE2? I'm kind of curious. Or is that only for a DE6? I've never used the this controller. Oh. Okay. And then guess that's not how that works. Let's get in the loco then. Ah! Okay, so I guess you can't control it from here. Alright, let's go back over here and let's see if we can get it back. So you want reverse and train brake completely off. Oops, that's sand. And I cannot do 3 times on there. Alright. Oop. Sit right on the car. I'm gonna sit right on the car here. This is different. Using the controller for this one. Hello, Steamer. How do you do? I don't know why I did that. Okay. I keep becoming just a little bit. Alright. Let's tie these together. And this will be a very big train for the little DU2, so I might have to switch back over to the steamer for this one. Because these engines might be full. Nope, they're not full, they're just empty. These are empty locos. So, yeah, I think we got plenty of room. Alright, let's go ahead and apply this handbrake. We shall get on here and see if we can bring it back with the DU2. Like I said, this might be too big. Too much of a haul for the DU2, but we'll see. So let's see here. Oops, I dropped the remote. Come on. Running right. There you go. Alright, like I said. Oops. Again. Alright, like I said. Okay. We don't want forward, we want reverse. Okay. No, we're hauling. We're moving slowly. Slowly we're moving. Really? Wheel slip? Are you serious? And we'll just move this train just to the end of that end there. This here's nifty. I like this thing. It's nice. You could just barely hear the train. One means that it's that loco. Alright. Like I said, we'll just go to the end of this line with the whole set of cars. Let's do... Oops. Right there. Alright, how's that? Is that close enough? Yes. That's plenty closest. Alright. So, oops. Turn on the sander. That's not what I want. Sender off. There we are. Okay. Now let's go ahead and move it up a little bit more. because that has plenty of room now. Alright. That should be close enough. There we are. Okay. Go ahead and decouple the DE2 from this train. And now we shall set the brakes. Go back over here to the other side. Unhook the tanker car from here. Set this handbrake. And now we move the DE2 out of the way. Oops, I was just in the cab too. Ah. Oh my god, are you serious? There we go. Alright. Move it out of the way here. We'll just shove it out of the way. There we go. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and turn this work order in. Okay. Voila. Okay. There you guys have it. That is another episode. This is quite a long one, really, because the last one was only like 30 minutes long. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see more, comment, subscribe. But I've been Thomas Fairchild. I'll see you all on the next one. Take care for now, everyone.